Hi Star Wars fans, just me Ted 1969 here, and today we're going to take a look at my R2-D2 figure collection. It's not a complete collection, but it's what I've managed to amass over the years, and I thought just in case anything would ever happen to it, it would be a good idea to have it on YouTube, and this way I can share it with all of my friends on here as well. So we'll start off by looking at the 1977 or 78, possibly 79 era radio-controlled R2-D2. Pretty great little toy at the time. He is out of the box here, and as you can see, fairly good detail for the day. The body didn't move so much, it wasn't really articulated except that the head would rotate. The toy would go backwards or forwards with the radio control command, and it would turn based on whatever direction you happened to have the head turned in at the time. So that was pretty much all it did. Next to him we have his big brother, the R2-D2 telephone. Whenever the phone would ring, the handset could be picked up and you could take the call. So a pretty nice toy, pretty good detail, and the batteries are pretty weak right now, but as you can see, he's trying here. I'll have to take those batteries out sometime so they don't go bad inside of them. It used to make a really lot more annoying sound than that when it would ring, but that's what you get with a low battery. Continuing the tour, we have a Phantom Menace era 6 or 12 inch scale, I guess 12 inch action figures, but R2 being about the half pint that he is, he's only about 6 inches high. This was the toy, and as you could see, lots of little doors that would be able to be opened up, and you could put some servo arms in there so that he could actually do some work on things. So he was a great toy. The center leg went in so that you could have him as bipedal or tripod style. The arms turned, and the feet were able to angle around to accommodate different angles of the arms. So a pretty great toy overall. Going in here, these are my 1977. I think this was the first Star Wars figure I ever actually had, was R2, and I think I paid $1.77 for him at the time, and that was a pretty good deal. They're a lot more expensive now. I guess that's just inflation. So the detailing on these, as you can see, they came with a paper detail section and chrome dome. The face wasn't quite right, but that's what they were looking like back in those days, and you've probably seen a lot of them out there on YouTube. This one's probably from Return of the Jedi or possibly Empire Strikes Back. This is the one with the periscoping sensor, which you can kind of see up against the box there, hopefully. There, maybe it shows a little better. Moving on, that looks like it's either Attack of the Clones or possibly a Phantom Menace era one. And as you can see, they came out with the lights and sound, so pretty good stuff. This one, Attack of the Clones, where his thrusters would come out and he could fly around. And this little fella here is a Blockbuster Video, now gone thanks to, I guess due to Netflix, but at those days in the 90s they had done a little Star Wars promotion, and this guy came on a gray base, which I took him off of and just wanted to have him like that. As you can see, I've got some blue sticky tack holding his arms because they weren't on very well either. Moving on in the collection, the Saga collection, R2-D2. I liked this one because the chrome head reminded me of the original R2-D2. Other than that, he's basically the same sort of setup as the other loose R2s that we saw from Clones or Sith. And just a really nice figure. I like the packaging as well. Came in, it was a really nice setup. And you can see the other available figures at the time, a Gong Droid and everything there, so that was pretty cool. And Trilogy collection. And these probably I got them either in the late 90s, early 2000s, different places. So this is an R2 here again, and again with the chrome dome section, which I really like. And just a really good detail of them overall, and I was pretty pleased with it. On the back we have this. so you can see the different ones that were available. Attack of the Clones, I've got a couple of them here. There was a bit of a difference in the arms of them, and I'm not sure the camera will capture this well. But as you can see, there's a bit more of a mechanical detail in the center of his shoulder, I guess the joint that would hold it onto his body on that one. And the other one came with basically just a plain disc for a joint there. And that was the difference with those two figures. Other than that, they were pretty much the same. And not a lot of difference there. And the back of the packaging was pretty much the same for both of them. Now, here we're looking at Revenge of the Sith, or not Revenge of the Sith, I'm sorry, the Phantom Menace, and just a couple of duplicates there. And around 2007 or so, 30th anniversary. This one is just basically R2-D2. Here's R2-D2 and his rocket thrusters. Another 30th anniversary R2. This is Endor, where the Ewoks had them in the net. And there's the netting from the trap, where Chewie couldn't resist his stomach. Here's a Revenge of the Sith R2. And he's looking a little bit more worn in this one. It's hard to show through the plastic here, but you can see some gray, or not, yellowish detailing. And of course some other hardware that he would have come with. The back of the package just had some different figures as well. Here's a Clone Wars R2-D2. And pretty much, I haven't been a big fan of the Clone Wars. It's a great show. I just haven't watched it myself so much. But as you can see, he came with the little tow cable so that he could tow things around. And a nice little kit. What else do we have? Some newer stuff more recently. R2-D2 again. The Darth Maul collection, as I like to call it, because on every cardboard backing it's Darth Maul's face. And basically probably just a repack of earlier versions of R2. And again, this one lights up, so not much new there. And here's Return of the Jedi R2 with a serving bartender gear. And here's a USB 2 gigabyte R2-D2 that we have. This one came from Toys R Us. Just a basic 2 gigabyte stick. Pretty good detailing. The scale is not quite on par with the figures, but that's what we have. So that's what I have for R2-D2s, and we can take a look at my other Astromechs. I'll zoom in here because it's a little tight. So we're starting off the show with R4-G9 in and out of the package, and pretty handsome little droid. I was pretty impressed with it. The next one is another one, a custom one that I'd attempted, and I've got another video on it. I call him RB01 for Rebel, and he was my Dukes of Hazzard Star Wars crossover. I figured if they could cross over with the Transformers, they could cross over with the Dukes of Hazzard. We have R2-B1 from Phantom Menace Episode 1 with his little power harness. In the package is R3-T7 from Power of the Force collection, or I guess Attack of the Clones sneak preview. The green box kind of had me confused. This is a 1977 or 78 R5-D4 with a 1977 Jawa. Too bad the vinyl cape is torn. And as you know, I like to throw in some little anachronisms or little things that don't quite belong. And anybody can tell me who that is, you get extra points. And behind them I've got a couple of R4-M6s from the Saga collection. And there's another 6-inch, 12-inch scale R2-A6, basically the same as R2, came in green, didn't have all the opening compartments for the tools. R3-S6 Goldie from Attack of the Clone Wars, I should say. R7-A7 Clone Wars. R7-D4 and R4-P17 from the Clone Wars. So once again, that's my collection. We'll zoom out and we'll just see if we can take a look at the whole thing. It was pretty much enough to fill the whole tabletop, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I have, and I hope you all enjoy collecting various R2s. I've seen a few people recently talk about getting burned by counterfeits products out there. I guess the Jawa is what put me in mind of that, because the person I'm talking about had gotten burned saying they had an original Jawa, but the cape ended up being a repro. So those are great if you just want to complete a collection, but it's definitely not cool for people to be selling them off as the original item. So that's the collection, and we'll close off with that, and may the Force be with you all.